Hey, this is Ebony, aka Miss E, your serial problem solver, helping you with sexy solutions to get this money and get rid of these problems. Anywho, have you ever been let down so much that you just start figuring shit out on your own? Like, seriously. I've always kind of been in that situation where I needed to make sure that I figured some shit out on my own, regardless of what people have promised me, regardless of what people have reassured me of, whatever confirmation I received. I always had to figure it out on my own. And that's pretty much what happens in business. You have to always boss up. Someone recently asked me, how do I manage to keep going even when things get rough? And the reality is, I don't scare easy. I'm constantly thinking. I'm constantly trying to figure out new ways to tackle big things. And the reality is, sometimes you just gotta take big things and break it down into small increments. And I remember being on my job and they asked, what's the quickest way and the easiest way to eat an elephant? And of course, I've never eaten an elephant before, but it was just, a concept. And so basically, the way to do it is one bite at a time. And if we looked at life, if we looked at every huge situation, even with property renovations, even in relationships, if we broke those issues, those problems, those things that are haunting us down into small bites, into small increments, we could get things done. I'm reading a new book and it's called The One Thing. And this One Thing book is super good. It's The One Thing, Surprisingly Simple Behind Extraordinary Results by Gary Keller. And he basically talks about how when he first started coaching people, he used to give people a laundry list of things to do. And then he broke it down to, okay, let's see if you can get these 3 things. And then when they couldn't get those 3 things and it led to frustration, then he said, okay, let's break it down to 2 things. And then he finally said, what is the one thing that you can do this week in order to make your life easier? What's the one thing that you can do today to make your life easier? And one thing that I figured out is that if I make a task list, I'm bound to get things done. But the goal of the book is for you to begin to focus, to hone in. This is why all coaches ask you to find your niche. Find that specific thing, that core audience, that core thing that you want to focus on, and do that. Make that the it thing. Do the one thing that will get you the most results. The one thing that you're most passionate about. Figure out what your purpose is and focus on that one thing. And I guarantee you that you will achieve the success and results that your heart desires. And that's what I do. When I get let down, which I try not to allow that to happen anymore, when people make promises because they just want to be there for me, I realize that I got to figure this out. And that's what you have to do in boss situations. That's what you have to do in leadership situations. That's what you have to do when you are building your empire. That's what you have to do when you are managing your property. Take small bites. Focus on one thing at a time. And you will be sure to actually get the results that your heart desires. You have an amazing day on purpose. God bless.